Partial hospitalization is the level of care that almost nobody searches for by name, and that is exactly why most centers market it badly. Ask the average person what PHP stands for, and you'll get a blank stare, even though it is one of the most clinically important and financially valuable programs a center runs. That gap between how valuable PHP is and how few people know to search for it is the entire opportunity. My name's Adam Gunton, and I'm the founder and managing partner of Behavioral Health Partners. I'm in long-term recovery, and addiction treatment consulting and marketing is all we do, and we do it well. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to market a partial hospitalization program in a way that actually works, even though the searcher often does not know the words to look for it. If you own a treatment center and want a free audit for your website and online presence done exclusively by me, click the link in the description to book a call. I'll run through everything your site and digital presence needs in under 30 minutes without pitching anything to you. Detox and IOP have searchers who often know what they want. PHP is different. The search volume for the exact term is lower because the general public does not walk around thinking in levels of care. They do not search partial hospitalization program. They search for the problem, or they arrive through a referral, or they search around the edges of what PHP actually is. So, you cannot just build one page stuffed with the acronym and expect it to fill the program. PHP marketing is an education problem first and a ranking problem second. And the centers that understand that win the level almost by default, because so few even try. The winning strategy for PHP is content that teaches. Most of your audience does not know the difference between PHP, IOP, and residential, so the content that captures them explains it. What partial hospitalization is, how PHP compares to inpatient and to IOP, who PHP is right for, the person who needs structure close to inpatient intensity but can sleep at home or in supportive housing. When you create the clearest, most genuinely helpful explanation of PHP in your market, you do two things at once. You rank for the educational searches around it, and you become the source a confused family or a referring professional trusts to define the category. Because PHP sits between two better-known levels, your content has to disambiguate constantly, and that disambiguation is a gift for SEO. Every honest comparison you publish, PHP versus IOP, PHP versus residential, the step from Detox into PHP, is a piece of content that captures a real searcher trying to understand their options. String those together and you build genuine topical authority around the entire middle of the continuum. That authority is hard for a competitor to copy because it takes real clinical understanding to explain PHP correctly, and a generic agency simply cannot write it. A large share of PHP admissions come through clinical referral and step down from a detox, a hospital, or a residential program. That does not make SEO irrelevant. It makes it a credibility engine. The referring professional checks you out. The family looks you up after the referral. When they search your program and find clear, authoritative, trustworthy content explaining your PHP, the referral converts. So, your PHP content is doing quiet work even when it is not the first touch. It closes the loop on every other channel that sends someone your way. PHP is clinically intensive and therefore valuable, which makes payer mix discipline especially important. The people who can access PHP are often those with coverage that supports it. So your content and your targeting should match the payers you actually work with. Get specific about coverage where you can, because a family weighing PHP is weighing a serious commitment of time and money. And clarity on coverage is often the difference between a yes and a long, anxious pause. And because PHP often follows detox or residential, your verification and admissions process has to be smooth, because a family that has already navigated one level of care has no patience for friction at the next. Make the financial path clear, and you remove the last obstacle between a clinically appropriate referral and an actual admission. PHP is in-person and intensive, so it is local, which means your Google business profile and location relevance still matter. And trust is paramount, because you're asking someone to spend their days in your care just short of living there. Clinical authorship, visible credentials, accreditation, and real outcomes carry weight here. The same EEAT signals that satisfy Google reassure the family making one of the harder calls in the whole continuum. Let me get concrete about what PHP content should look like, because vague advice does not fill a program. Start with a strong core PHP page that clearly defines the level, who it serves, what a day looks like, and how it fits between residential and IOP. Then, build the supporting pieces that capture how people actually search. The comparison content, PHP versus IOP and PHP versus residential. The condition and population angles, PHP for a specific substance or for co-occurring mental health needs. The practical questions, how long PHP lasts, what to expect, whether you can work or live at home during it. Each of these answers a real searcher and feeds authority back to your core page. Together, they make your site the clearest explanation of PHP in your market, and clarity is what ranks and what converts at this level. PHP is where generic marketing agencies fall apart most visibly. Explaining partial hospitalization correctly requires understanding the clinical reality, the level of care criteria, how step-downs work, and what genuinely separates PHP from the levels around it. An agency that markets dentists and gyms on Monday cannot write that on a Tuesday. They will either ignore PHP entirely because the keyword volume looks low to them, or they will publish something generic and wrong that erodes trust instead of building it. An agency that does nothing but addiction treatment marketing knows that the low surface volume hides high value intent and knows exactly how to capture it. That gap is your advantage, as long as your marketing partner understands the level as well as your clinical team does. PHP is the level of care most centers undermarket, which means it is the level with the most upside hiding in plain sight. If your partial hospitalization program is not getting the visibility it should, I will show you where it's getting lost. I'll personally audit your site and your online presence and give you a free 30-minute breakdown of what will most move the needle for you. No pitch unless you choose a second call. The link is in the description below. The center that learns to explain PHP clearly is the center that owns it. Let's make that you. From Behavioral Health Partners, your trusted partner in growth and impact.